Now let's discuss about the cubic polynomial. So far we discussed about the quadratic polynomial. Now cubic polynomial, how many zeros are we going to get? We discussed that degree of polynomial and number of zeros are equal. So cubic polynomial has 3 as the degree of polynomial. So how many zeros shall we get? That is 3. So we are going to find 3 zeros in this case. So let's start with the question. Let's write question. Let's take px is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 3x plus 10. This is our cubic polynomial. You can see that highest power is 3 and 2. So again we are going to follow the same method, kind of, not exactly same. So 10. Let's find the factors of 10. Let's write factors of 10. There are, first of all, I told you always write 1. It is even number, so 2 is the factor. 0, so divisible by 5. And finally 10. So 4 factors in this case as well. Now let's take the plus or minus sign. Plus 1 minus 1 plus 2 minus 2 plus 5 minus 5 and plus or minus 10. Here we are not going to check for all of them. Remember, that's if you want to approach that method, it can work out as well. But what we are going to do, first of all, we will get one factor, only one factor. Then we will divide this polynomial by that factor. So we will get one quotient. So that will be quadratic polynomial, and that quadratic polynomial we will middle split to factorize it. So let's start. First, let's start with the plus 1. So p1 is equal to 1 cube is 1 minus 6 into 1 square, that is 6 only. Then 3 as it is, and then 10. So here we get 10 and 11 and 14 minus 6. Obviously it's not possible that we are not going to get 0. So this is not the factor. Simple. You can do this calculations quickly, right? Next, let's take p minus 1. Minus 1's cube will be minus 1. 6 into minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is positive. So minus 6 will remain as it is. Then 3 into minus 1. So minus 3 plus 10. See over here, 6 and 3 makes 9. 9 and 1, 10. Minus 10 and plus 10. So we are getting 0. So we can write x is equal to minus 1 is a factor. Simple. X is equal to minus 1 is a factor. So what we can write, if I shift over here, that is x plus 1 is a factor. Generally you can write 0 as well here, right, for better idea, right? So this is the factor x plus 1. Now I told you that first of all we will get one factor, that we got x plus 1. Now what we will do, we will divide px by x plus 1. Let me write over here. We are going to divide px divide by x plus 1, and we will get one quotient. Now remember, we are not going to get remainder in this case. The reason behind that, because x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial. So when you divide with the factor, remainder will be what? 0. So this is the idea behind this. Now we will get here quadratic polynomial. We will find the factors of that quadratic polynomial. So this is how we are going to do it. Now first step is done, right? We were supposed to get at least one factor. So one factor we get, that is x plus 1. Now second step, that we are going to divide this polynomial with the factor, and let's see what do we get it. So let's start with the long division algorithm. Now here we are going to do long division that we discussed in the previous session. So let's start. Polynomial is x cube minus 6x square plus 3x plus 10. And what's the divisor? That's x plus 1. So x plus 1 it is. Now let's start with the division. We are going to divide x cube by x. So x cube by x will give you x square. Now this term will go where? Here in the quotient, that is x square. Now we need to multiply with this term divisor, that is x plus 1. So let's write here x square into x plus 1. So if you multiply here, it is x cube, and here 1 into x square, that is x square. So x cube below x cube and x square below x square. Then the rearrangement, good. Now this is x cube is positive, will become negative, x square is positive, will become negative as well. So let's do the now simplification. Here positive x cube and negative x cube. Here minus 6x square, and here it is minus x square. Remember, not the positive. Positive is the old sign. So minus 6 and minus 6x square and minus x square. That will make minus 7x square. Let's bring down plus 3x. Then now again we are going to repeat following step. So minus 7x square. Let's write here minus 7x square divide by x. So that is minus 7x. Where we will write this? In the quotient. So minus 7x. Now we need to multiply with minus 7x the divisor, that is x plus 1. So here minus 7x square and minus 7x. Let's write over here minus 7x square and minus 7x. Arrange the terms properly. Now this negative will become positive. This negative will become positive as well. Good. Now let's move to the next step. Simplification. Minus 7x square plus 7x square. Remember, we are supposed to take this new sign. So cancel and cancel. Plus 3x and plus 7x. That is 10x over here. And let's bring down the plus 10 one more. So let's start with the same step. 10x divided by x. So let's write here 10x divided by x will be 10. So we need to write 10 in the quotient. No sign is given, so that's why I have written positive there. So 10 into divisor, that is x plus 1. So 10 into x is 10x, then 10 into 1 is plus 10 only. Simple. So I think we'll get remainder 0. I told you that we are going to get remainder 0. The reason behind that is what? Because x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial, and if you don't get the remainder 0 here, remember you must have done some mistake. That's why you are not able to get the answer 0. So this is what division is about. Now this is the second step. This is not our final answer, right? We get the one factor x plus 1, right? You divide it. Now see, x square minus 7x plus 10, that is quadratic polynomial. So if you divide here, if you are dividing this polynomial with x plus 1, what are you getting? X square minus 7x plus 10. This is what you are getting it, right? Now let's factorize this. X square minus 7x plus 10. How to factorize it? With the middle term splitting, right? So factors of 10 are, there are only two factors. 10 ones are 10 and 5 twos are 10. Okay, now what are we supposed to do with the factors? Positive. So we are supposed to add them. Now we have two choices that we can 1 plus 10, that is 11, and 2 plus 5, that is 7. Now see the middle term, 7 is there and we are getting 7 as well. So what is the choice of factors? That is 2 5s are 10. Let's write over here. So x square here minus into 5 plus 2 into x plus 10. So let's open the bracket, minus sign will be given to each of them, plus 10. Here x square, okay, minus 5x, and here, okay, let's write one more time. Let's take the things common. So here x will be there, so x minus 5, and here also x minus 5 should be there. Okay, so I write minus 2 over here. So finally factors are x minus 5 and x minus 2. So the first factor is x plus 1, second and third factor is x minus 5 and x minus 2. So we can write factors of, final answer is, we can write here that factors are, what we can write first is x plus 1, then x minus 5, then x minus 2. We should be having 3 zeros because this is the cubic polynomial and we have 3 zeros in the terms of 3 factors. So this is how we find the factors of the cubic polynomial. Let's repeat the steps. First of all, identify the degree of polynomial. This is cubic, so 3. Here there are 3 terms. There is a constant as 10. So first of all, find the factors of 10. Positive, negative, each of them. Afterwards, start substituting, right? P1, then P minus 1. When you get the 1 0, stop at that point. And what we are supposed to do, we have polynomial, divide by that factor. That's what we have done it, because we are going to get quadratic polynomial. So after getting quadratic polynomial, factorize it and get the 2 other factors. So we have first factor x plus 1 by this trial and error method, and rest of the 2 factors with the help of middle term splitting. Here, if you want to keep checking with all these factors, you can still do it, but that will increase the number of steps. That will also work out. You put plus 2, minus 2, plus 5, minus 5, plus 10, minus 10. That will also work out, right? So this is the another way to find the factors of the cubic polynomial. Let's discuss one more question related to cubic polynomial and factorizing the same. Let's start. So question, first of all, let's take fx here is equal to x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. So method is going to remain same. First of all, we are going to factorize the constant. So factors of 2 are, that is 1 and 2 itself, because it is prime number. Prime number has the 1 as the factor and the number itself. Now we need to take positive 1 and negative 1, positive 2 and negative 2. Done? So let's substitute into the polynomial. So let's start with the 1. So f1, 1 cube is 1, minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. Okay, minus 1 plus 1 minus 2 plus 2. So we get 0. So 1 is the 0 of this polynomial. So x is equal to 1 we have taken. So if we shift over that side, that will become x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the factor of the polynomial. Now what we are going to do, we are going to divide fx by its factor, which is x minus 1, and we will get one quadratic polynomial, and we are going to middle term splitting method to factorize it. So let's start. Here, let's start with the polynomial, that is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2, and here x minus 1. So again same method, x cube divide by x. Let's write x cube divide by x, that is x square. Let's write in the quotient, multiply x square with the divisor, that is x minus 1. So here x cube minus x square. Simple. We already know these steps very well. And here minus x square. Let's change the sign, here plus, here minus. So Let's start with the simplification. Here minus x cube and plus x cube. Minus 2x square and here plus x square. Remember, so that will be minus x square, and let's bring down x here, that is x. Remember about these signs, that's very important. Here minus 2 and this minus x square is the old sign. We need to consider the new one. So let's start here. X square divided by x. This is minus x. So here we will get minus x. Done. Now this minus x need to multiply with the divisor, that is x minus 1. So x into x will be x square and minus x into 1, that is x only, minus minus plus. So here we can write minus x square plus x. Okay, let's change the sign. Plus will become minus, minus will become plus. So let's start with the simplification. Minus x square and plus x square, minus x, and this is also minus x. Remember, so minus 2x, and let's bring down the positive 2. Okay, so here minus 2x divided by the x will give you minus 2. So let's write minus 2 over here. Simple. Now minus 2 multiplied by x will give you minus 2x, and minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 will give you plus 2. Change the sign, here minus, here plus. So cancel, cancel, cancel. So 0. Now I already told you that when we divide this polynomial by its factor, we are always going to get 0 as the remainder. So we get the remainder 0, right? Now we have, see the quotient, it is quadratic polynomial that we are going to factorize with the help of middle term splitting. So let's start with the factorization of this quotient. Here we have x square minus x minus 2. Now again let's start with the factors of 2. And factors of 2 we know very well, it is only 1. 2 1s are 2. And what is the sign of the constant here? Negative. So subtract them. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. See the middle term, it is 1 as well. No number is written, so we consider as 1. So what are the factors? 2 into 1 and 2 minus 1, we are supposed to take it. So let's write x square minus, instead of 1 we are going to write 2 minus 1 into x minus 2. Now let's open the bracket. X square as it is, x multiplied by 2, that is minus over here, minus 2x, and x multiplied by 1. Okay, that is the x only, but consider this signs, minus negative or a minus here and one more minus here, minus minus will be plus x, and here minus 2. Now let's take the things common out from first two terms. So that is x in this case. Here it will be x if x is taken common, minus 2 only. Here x minus 2 as it is, and if nothing is common then plus 1. So here x minus 2 and x plus 1 are the two factors. So first factor was x minus 1. Let's write factors are, let's write the factors are, what are they? X minus 1, then x minus 2 and x plus 1. These are the three factors because it is cubic polynomial. So let's repeat this step. First of all, we start with the constant, factorize the constant, find the factors of the constant, then take positive and negative, substitute and get at least 1 0. 1 0 you should get it. In our case it is x minus 1. Divide the polynomial with the factor. So this is what you are going to get. Remember, remainder will be 0 in this case because we are dividing polynomial by its factor. Then what we are interested in is the quotient. So you get the quotient, factorize the quotient by middle term splitting, right? So we factorize it, so we get two more factors. One factor is already there and two more factors. That is the complete factorization of the cubic polynomial. So this was the topic about factorizing the cubic polynomial. Now we are going to learn about few algebraic identities and how to factorize with the algebraic identities.